Being a Hyderabadi, so what was those colors, your childhood days that really inspired you?
So whether they're antiques, whether it's Charminar, whether it's Falaknuma, we've grown up around this.
మీరు కూడా అందరిలాగా అసలు బ్యాంగిల్స్ కొనడానికి చార్మినార్ వెళ్ళేవారా?
That fun and that excitement when you go to Charminar is very, very different.
మీరు కూడా కుక్ చేస్తారా?
There's no point, but I eat everything that.
మీరు నాన్న కలిసి ఏమైనా కుక్ చేస్తారా మీకోసం ఎప్పుడైనా?
రానాకి ఎగ్స్ వచ్చు.
ఫోబియాస్ ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయి? అరే ఇది చాలా నాకు భయం దీంతో అని.
I'm very scared of heights, so I will never go bungee jumping. I don't want to get over it. I'm very happy staying on land.
One thing you always wanted to buy and finally you have bought it for yourself.
When I got married, Rana said, I want to buy you a car. What do you want? And I was like, I want a Jeep. Can I please get a Jeep?
So are we seeing you being launched in one of the industries?
I would say I wanted to be a housewife.
And what was your most prized possession that you have?
I did not in my wildest dreams expect...
So one song for Rana you want to dedicate?
Damma Rudam, Ti Amo.
కలర్స్ అంటే తనకి ఇష్టం. షీఈ్ అ ఇంటీరియర్ డిజైనర్, బోర్న్ అండ్ బ్రాట్ అప్ ఇన్ హైదరాబాద్. కానీ తను లండన్ వెళ్ళి తన కోర్స్ కూడా చేసింది. ఎందుకంటే ఆర్ట్ అండ్ ఆర్టిస్ట్ అంటే చాలా ఇష్టం తనకి. షీఈ్ నన్ అదర్ దాన్ ది యంగ్ ఆంటర్‌ప్రెన్యూర్ Miheeka Bajaj for us. Hi Miheeka, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How about you?
Very well. Thank you so much for being here today.
Yes, thank you for inviting us. So, what is happening in your world nowadays?
In my world, there's a lot happening. We've launched our third show at Art Connect called Medhyaa. We've gotten Rahul and Gunjan, who are artists from Delhi. They have a very vast history with textiles, and they've created their own way of weaving, which they've patented it, and they've use fabric that they take from industrial waste and repurpose. So it is very, very sustainable. It is very, very sturdy. And they create some beautiful magic with these pieces, which tell a beautiful story, whether it's an abstract piece, whether it is a portrait, whether it is a scenery. They create multiple worlds using this medium. And this show, Medhyaa means wisdom that you accumulate over years through your experiences and your memories. And each piece, I think, is very, very personal to them. They've spent a lot of time in this space, curated these pieces specifically for this place. So it wasn't like they just had pieces that they had lying and they've come here and put them. They've literally curated every piece that goes in here for this place.
Being a Hyderabadi, born and brought up here, so what were those colors, your childhood days that really inspired you to get this career?
Being a Hyderabadi, culture is a very, very big part of our history. And in the most organic way, right? We have the old world and the new world that sort of comes together very beautifully. So whether they're antiques, whether it's Charminar, whether it's Falaknuma, we've grown up around this. So the tendency to lean towards art, I guess, was always there. And even the family that I come from, my parents are very creative people. My grandparents used to collect antiques. So I was kind of just born and brought up around it, and it just seemed very natural to me. When I first went to New York and I went to MoMA, and I saw the pieces there, it really blew my mind, and that's where I fell in love with art. And I've been fortunate enough to work with some lovely people. Gunjan and Rahul are just the sweetest. They're one of the nicest people, aside from being extremely, extremely talented. And I think that authenticity and genuinity comes across in their art.
మీరు కూడా అందరిలాగా అసలు బ్యాంగిల్స్ కొనడానికి చార్మినార్ వెళ్ళేవారా?
అవును, చాలాసార్లు. I love going to markets. ఇప్పుడు కూడా రంజాన్కి ఎవ్రీ ఇయర్ తినడానికి వెళ్తాం. it's just, that's your world, no? That's the charm. These little marketplaces, that's where there's life. Sure, you can go to big shops and shop, and we all do, and that's great. But that fun and that excitement when you go to Charminar is very, very different.
So what's your fitness regime like?
I do yoga every morning. So I did have a back issue for a while, which was very troubling. And that's when I got into yoga, and I swear by it every morning. I feel like it is, it's been life-changing for me. It seems like very simple exercises, but it really helps center you, and I think it's also very meditative. So it's just a beautiful way to start the day.
And what about the calm in between the chaos and stuff like that? How do you balance that?
So Ashrita, who is Venkatesh uncle's daughter, is also my childhood best friend, and she is doing some lovely, lovely work in wellness. She's also been trained in breath work, and she's someone who has been into wellness for a while now. She has a book club that she runs, which is, one of the most beautiful book clubs I've been part of, because it's more than reading a book. It is everyone's interpretation on the book. She has a few exercises that she gives you that are related to the book and just helps you see better. And she has given me a bit of a ritual which involves breath work, silence, journaling, and it has been life-changing for me. And I think it's really, really helped me find my center and be in a very grounded place no matter what happens around. So that has really helped me. So I would really like to thank her for her guidance for that.
One thing you always wanted to buy and finally you have bought it for yourself. What is that?
A Jeep. So I always said when I get my first car, which would be my car, I wanted a Jeep. I think it was because my mom had a Mahindra and Mahindra when she was young, and I always thought it was really cool. So when I got married, Rana said, I want to buy you a car. What do you want? And I was like, I want a Jeep. Can I please get a Jeep? I was going to get a Thar, but he didn't fit in it. So we had to get a Jeep. He was too big for the Thar. So we got a Jeep instead. So that was my most exciting buy.
And what was your most prized possession that you have?
My most prized possession that I have. It'll sound very, very silly, but when Rana and me first started talking and met and we decided to get married, there was this little Yoda figurine that he gave me. And he said, I have one, and I thought if I ever find somebody, I would give them the second one, and I want to give you that. And I think that is my most prized possession.
It's so sweet. What was those similarities that you and Rana connected?
So we're both Sagittarius. We're similar in a lot of ways, but we're very, very different in a lot of ways as well. We both love art. We both love design. We're both really creative people. We both don't like drama.
Very straightforward?
Yeah. I think we're both very, very straightforward people. And we just enjoy the simple things in life and find happiness in that. And I think that is what we connect on.
When you both started talking, and later on when he said on Instagram, he announced, she said yes. That was like, it went viral because it was pandemic time.
Yes.
And everybody was on social media.
Yeah.
So did you already knew that he's posting it, or was it a surprise for you?
So he asked me, he said, do you think it's okay if I put it on social media? And I was like, yeah, okay. I did not in my wildest dreams expect what followed to happen, and I just looked at him and I was just like, what is going on? Why didn't you warn me about this? I was like, why is it blowing up? Like, what is going on? And he was like, yeah, but that's my world. And I was like, hello, that's your world. I didn't realize this was the world. Like, this is not my world. Like, it was a bit overwhelming, but I have to say, they've just been the kindest to me. I've very rarely had people say something negative or mean Very few people who have. There are so many people who have stood up and said nice things to me, and it honestly feels like a family now. You know, I may not know them personally, but the love and the support that they show, it's been beautiful. It's been beautiful. It's been amazing. It's really, really heartwarming. I feel very, very grateful for that. Because social media can be a really brutal place, right? Where people can be very mean, but I think I've been fortunate where I haven't been subjected to that so much, and they've just been very welcoming, and everyone keeps calling me Vadina on social media, and I think it really comes from a place of love for Rana more than anything, and love that he has sort of garnered over the years, you know. So I think it speaks volumes about him as a person.
So people love Rana so much. So one song for Rana you want to dedicate, which song it would be?
A song that I'd like to dedicate to him, I think would be from his movie, Dammarudam, Ti Amo. I think that is how I feel about him, and it's quite beautiful.
Oh, beautiful, nice. So మీరు కూడా కుక్ చేస్తారా?
అస్సలు చేయను. పెళ్ళి ముందు కొంచెం చేయగలరు, కానీ అమ్మ చాలా బాగా చేస్తారు. అమ్మ అంటే అత్తమ్మ చాలా బాగా చేస్తారు. దాని తర్వాత నేను అసలు మానేశాను.
మీ అత్తమ్మ గారు చేసేది ఫేవరెట్ డిష్ ఏంటి?
మరగ్.
ఓకే.
I think her marag is the best that I've ever eaten. I've never eaten better marag anywhere else.
సో పక్క హైదరాబాదీ లాగా చెప్పారు మరగ్ నాకు ఇష్టం అని. అండ్ వెన్ ఇట్ కమ్స్ టు రానా, మీరు రానా కలిసి ఆయన ఏమైనా కుక్ చేశారా మీకోసం ఎప్పుడైనా?
రానాకి ఎగ్స్ వచ్చు
అంతే, బాయిల్ చేయడమా, ఆమ్లెట్ వేయడమా?
ఆమ్లెట్ వేయవచ్చు.
మీకు ట్రావెల్ అంటే చాలా ఇష్టం, ఎక్కడెక్కడ ఎక్స్ప్లోర్ చేశారు? మీ ఫేవరెట్ డెస్టినేషన్స్ ఏంటి?
I love going to new places and exploring what people do and how they live, and I feel like that really also teaches you a lot in life, and it makes you a better person. The more you're exposed to all of this, you understand people better, you understand things better. So yeah, I just love traveling. Europe, I think Italy is one of my favorite countries.
సో న్యూ థింగ్ లెర్న్ చేసేటప్పుడు మీకు ఫోబియాస్ ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయి? అరే ఇది చాలా నాకు భయం దీంతో అని.
I'm very scared of heights, so I will never go bungee jumping in my life. I don't want to face it. I don't want to get over it. I'm very happy staying on land.
సో ఒకవైపు టాలీవుడ్ ఇండస్ట్రీ, ఇంకోవైపు ఆర్టిస్టిక్ ఇండస్ట్రీ. సో రెండు కాంబినేషన్స్ ఎలా ఉన్నాయి మీ లైఫ్లో?
I think anything that's creative goes hand in hand, right? Films are also about telling stories. It's also about creativity. I always say this, anything can be part of the film industry. It's about art, there's set designing, there's costume designing, there's storytelling, which I think is the biggest art form. So I think it very seamlessly blends both the worlds, and they're not really different from each other. If you come and you look at a painting, there'll be some emotion that is evoked in you, and that's what good art does, right? Art that is made from the heart, art that is made with the right intention, will always stir an emotion in you, and that's what it's meant to do. And that's what our space is all about. It's not just for art connoisseurs. It's for everyone who wants to explore and get to know more, learn more, interact with it in a deep and personal manner. And I think art can really move you the same way a really good movie really makes you feel and think and sort of live it. You know, art can also do that, where when you see something, if it's something that really moves you, like the Shiva, so many people who are Shiv Bhakt that have come have, without anyone saying anything, have just been drawn and spent a good amount of time just looking at it. You know, this is the moment where Shiva lets Ganga fall to the earth. He breaks Ganga's fall with his head, and she falls to the earth, not destroying the earth, which is a very, very powerful moment. And I feel like the piece in itself evokes that emotion.
సో మీ డీపర్ ఎమోషన్స్లో ద మోస్ట్ ఎమోషనల్ మూమెంట్ ఏంటి మీ లైఫ్లో?
So they were talking about the repression that people have gone through, the difficulties that they've faced, and you can see the struggle that comes through that art. Like, I could feel what they were trying to say, what they felt, what they had to deal with. And those are the things that have really, really moved me.
And something really moved you in your personal life from childhood till now that has got happy tears.
We just finished our first project in Goa. As an interior designer, were doing about 11 villas, and seeing that come to life was a beautiful, beautiful experience. I have a little niece at home. She came running to me and gave me a hug. That was very, very special to me. I feel like so many everyday moments where the love that you get from your family, when your in-laws treat you like your daughter, not a daughter-in-law, that's a beautiful moment. We just did an event for Moda, which is my mental well-being NGO. The love and support that we've got for that. Last night, actually, having everyone here for the dinner, people made the time, they came, they had the nicest things to say. It's all just so heartwarming. Like anyone that appreciates what you do and who you are, I think you just have to be grateful for that in life, because what else is life about?
Yes.
Other than those moments.
Film industry being a very artistic form of art where we see wonderful actors acting and showing the emotions. So are we seeing you being launched in one of the industries?
No, I don't think so. I think I found my space. It's behind the camera. I'm very happy designing, and this is my way of showing creativity. I have immense respect for people in the film industry. I think it is the most difficult creative field there is, right? Everything is on display for everyone to see. You have nowhere to hide. People give you the love, but they also feel like they have the right to criticize you and make commentaries on your personal life and how you live your life. And that's the beauty of it, right? They
Not
really
even a film
own
director?
you. Me, no. No, I don't think. Storytelling is a very different skill set. And you should just leave it to the people who do it best.
Mamaya is a very artistic person himself.
Yes,
What is the
very much so.
conversation you and Mamaya have?
I think everything in our house revolves around films. So all our dinner table conversations are around films. These are people for whom the film industry is not a business. It's their life, right? It's their passion. He is a man, I think his strongest quality is, despite of his success and the place that he's at, he's always willing to learn. He's willing to unlearn the past and relearn whatever the future has in store, and always willing to be better, do better, learn more. So you can talk to him about any topic under the sun and he will have something to add. And if he doesn't know, he's happy to sit there and listen to what you have to say and actually pay attention, because he's genuinely interested in learning.
Yes.
So that is beautiful.
You've come from a family of business people who are all successful, got married in a family of film industry, everybody's successful. So is there a pressure of always being more successful, or I should not do this like this, and you overthink about it?
So when I was a child, if you asked me for the longest time what I wanted to be when I grew up, I would say I wanted to be a housewife. I was not the most ambitious person. I was very happy just enjoying life and sitting at home, and I just was lucky enough to find things that I love doing, and that's why I do them. I'm fortunate enough to come from a good family, be married into a family where I don't have to earn my bread and butter, which gives me the liberty to do things that I love. Having said that, it doesn't mean that just because you come from a place of privilege, you don't have responsibility. There is a responsibility to do the best that I can. It's not about being successful or not being successful. I think that's not in anyone's hands. I think whether you're successful or not comes much later. It is, are you doing the best that you can? Because that has to be your commitment and that is your responsibility. So whether it is interior design, whether it is doing art shows, whether it is Mudita, that is the mental well-being NGO, whatever we do, are we doing the best that we can? I don't think I can compare. They're all stalwarts in their own right. They've created legacies of their own, whether it's my parents, whether it's my in-laws, whether it's Rana. They've really created their own legacy. So I think I'm a very small fish in that pond. I don't even think I'm capable of competing with that kind of legacy that they've created. I'm just, trying to do things that I love and trying to do it as best as I can.
When did you start this NGO for mental health?
We started 3 years ago. It was right after the pandemic. I was looking for a social cause. I knew I wanted to do something in that space, and I was trying to see what I could do. And it was right after the pandemic, and everyone was kind of struggling, right? It didn't matter where they came from. It didn't matter how much money you had. Yes, the people who didn't have enough struggled a lot more for basic needs, but everyone struggled on some level or the other. You felt loneliness, you felt depression, you felt the whole world came to a pause at the same time, which had never happened, right, in our existing lifetime. So it just seemed fitting that that was the area that needed attention at that point. But the love that poured in and the support that poured in, and I've always said that Mudita sort of, I genuinely feel, has an energy of its own. I may just be the medium that's driving it, but it has its own journey and it has its own sort of energy that drives it. People have just come for, like, I don't know how I've connected with them. It wasn't even like, not that there was no effort, but I'm saying it's just magical, like how the right people have come at the right time to offer help. And just out of the goodness of their heart, right? It's an NGO, there's no money to give. There's nothing that they get in return. It's just the joy of helping people. And I was looking for a name that resonated with that, and that's when I came across Mudita, which means the joy of giving others happiness. And that is exactly what I was trying to do. And that's what the journey has been about. Everyone that has come has resonated with that idea without even knowing what the name really means. They've come just because they want to do good, just because they want to help. This very, very dear friend, Chaitanya, who has an extensive background in social work. He's been doing social work since he was 12th standard. And he's been part of the Obama campaign. He has been part of I think also the Bill Gates this thing. And
Teach for Change.
Teach for Change was his was his inception. The idea was his inception, and I was just very lost, and I didn't know how to navigate this space. And he just called me, and he was like, "No, what you're doing with the right intention, and you're doing something good. I'm going to come on board and help you." And he did, and it's just been so beautiful, how things fall into place. We just then we came across Renuka Chaudhary, who I've known for a really long time personally, but we connected over this, and she was like, "Come on, I'm going to help you." She hosted an event for us in Delhi where she called people, and we did a sound healing and a panel discussion on mental health. So it's just beautiful how people have just sort of come and connected with it, and want to help us and see us grow, which doesn't happen very often.
Absolutely.
Especially in today's day and age, people don't just come to help you unless there is something in it for them. And it's just been beautiful to see how people have just come to help us for the sake of helping and not expecting anything in return.
I'm sure that after listening to your story today, a lot of people who love the Daggubati family will definitely start loving you more and more, as we showed a lot of insights about you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So how was it featuring on TikToks with Aruna?
It has been lovely. It has been one of my best interviews so far. Thank you for making me feel so comfortable. I'm usually very shy in front of a camera, but you made me feel completely at home and very much at ease, and it's just been the most wonderful experience. So thank you for that.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్, వండర్ఫుల్ టాకింగ్ టు యూ, ఆల్ ది బెస్ట్.
Thank you so much.
సో చూసారు కదా, దట్ వాస్ మిహికా బజాజ్ దగ్గుబాటి. తను ఏమంటుందంటే ఫ్యాన్స్ అసలు చాలా ఇష్టపడతారు రానని, కానీ ఈ రోజు నుంచి తన్ని కూడా చాలా ఇష్టపడతారు. కెమెరామెన్ అలీతో తరుణ, NTV హైదరాబాద్.